Hello, everyone! So today, I'm going to rank the Studio Series 86 Constructicons. So I'm going to rank these guys mainly based on their robot mode and their alt mode looks, not on their how their combined mode looks, because I'm not going to touch on that too much, because it's quite different for each of them, because they form different parts of Devastator, so I think it might be unfair to some parts. So yeah, let's get on with the list. So at number six on my list may not come as a surprise, but it is going to be Bone Crusher. I know this is a faithful representation of his G1 counterpart. This is exactly how it looks like in his robot mode, but I think that the limbs are just too short. The visibility of the ball joint and the elbow is just too much, and the knees, even though they can be articulated, they can be bent. The heel spurs doesn't support his entire body properly. His alt mode, in my opinion, is just too basic. It is given that it is clean. All of the Constructicons alt modes are clean, but this one is just too monotone, too basic, and his transformation is fairly simple. It's not too involved, and yeah, those are the reason why he is number six. So at number five we have Scavenger. He is very similar to Bone Crusher in design, especially his legs. They are built the same way. And again, as I've mentioned earlier, I don't like the fact that the heel spurs doesn't support his entire body weight properly, so you can't pose him that well. And here you can visibly see like there are like sticks on his shoulders that connect it to the upper body. I'm not a fan of it, but what gives this guy the edge over Bone Crusher is the fact that his color scheme, in my opinion, is way better than just the plain monochrome or monotone color of Bone Crusher. To be fair, to be completely fair, I like Scavenger's alt mode. The articulation on the crane, or is it a crane or the hoe, is really nice, and the diversity in color because of the purple tracks really pops out from the green. And yeah, it's just too bad that the robot mode is, in my opinion, bad compared to the really wonderful alt mode that he has here. And that is why his transformation as well is pretty simple and basic, similar to Bone Crusher again. That's why this guy is the number five on my list. And at number four is the leader of the Constructicons. We have here Scrapper, which, to be honest, is a leap from the number five Scavenger. This guy is definitely way better in all aspects. I just don't like the hollow gaps on some of the parts here. And my major issue and gripe with this figure is that the fact that this is in a deluxe class size point, but the price point is for a Voyager class just because Devastator's guns are included with him. This guy would have been perfect and would have been much better if this was still in a deluxe class price point. And the gun of Devastator was packaged with long haul along with the other Devastator accessories. And his alt mode, just like the others, is pretty clean. And I like the fact that all of the accessories, including Devastator's guns, can be incorporated to him. And yeah, there's not much to say about alt mode. It's really clean. It's one of the factors why I put him on number four on my list. The subtle purple that you can see on the figure is actually better than what I have in Bone Crusher. And his transformation, just like the others, is fairly simple enough and straightforward that it's pretty much enjoyable to do. And that is why he is the number four on my list. And at number three, we have Hook. This guy's robot mode is way better than the past, the ones below him on the list. I like how his legs are much bigger than the others. This makes him stand better, and the fact that the crane behind him acts as an additional limb for him to be able to pose and stand properly. And yeah, the color scheme is great. It basically represents his G1 representation. It represents his G1 representation. It actually looks like his G1 representation. His alt mode is also again pretty clean, similar to the others. And one factor that puts him a little bit above the guys behind him on the list is the fact that I like the crane or the hook, that it's fully articulated. You can move it up and down. sideways, and of course you can extend it and oops, compress the hook right there. And of course, this is where Devastator's head is placed. That's one more additional factor why I like this guy. How they hid the head right there. And his transformation is pretty straightforward as well. And I like the fact that this part here can be moved in different ways in robot mode to alt mode, his alt mode, and even his combined mode, which is really nice. And that is why he is number 3 on my list. And at number 2, we have Long Haul. I know he's quite different in his G1 design, with the fact that this guy is pretty wide, while Long Haul in the G1 is pretty slim. But that's the reason why I put him at number 2. He is quite different from the rest because of his wide, girthy size, and this guy definitely feels like a Voyager class figure, although he is in a Commander class price point together with Hook. I like this about him, and the fact that his gun is different from the rest because it has the yellow green or green color in it, and of course he comes in with the spare parts for Devastator. And Longhaul's old mode is quite different compared to the rest of the Constructicons, aside from the fact that he is wide and quite a big truck. I don't know what kind of truck that is. He comes in with a trailer, which comprises Devastator's hips, hands, and his chest plate, which is really nice. And his alt mode, of course, just like the rest, is pretty much clean. And his transformation, for my opinion, is quite different from the rest, and it's much more enjoyable, at least for me. Especially the arms. The arms are transformed like in certain ways, and the legs being the back part of the truck mode really is nice in my opinion, and that's why he is number 2 on my list. And at number 1 on my list, Mixmaster. This guy is just definitely the best among the Constructicons. In robot mode, his articulation is really great, and yeah, the design is just awesome. It fits the G1 design really well, and there's really nothing much to say. This guy is pretty awesome. And for Mixmaster's alt mode, it is very similar to his robot mode. Everything is clean. And to be honest, this alt mode of Mixmaster is the best looking among all of the Constructicons. And I like the way that how this part, what do you call this? The mixer part transforms from robot mode to alt mode and even to the combined mode, which is really nice in my opinion. And in terms of transformation, I love how the thighs are compressed in the legs in alt mode, and this part here, the mixer, how it transforms later on in his alt mode, in my opinion, is really great and really awesome, and that's why he is number 1 on my list. And that is how I rank the Studio Series 86 Constructicons. Tell me in the comments who's your favorite among them and your least favorite. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.